Joining me live is my panel, Liberal MP Jason Falinski from the Labor Party, Patrick Gorman. Gentlemen, thanks both for your time. Beginning with you, Jason, it is a change of tack, isn't it? Why does this come? Is this the fact that, well, budget repair, as much as it was once, a big priority for the coalition, you've forgotten about it now?
No, this is our chance, Tom. This is our chance. Australia has, succeeded in places where other people haven't even started to fail. We have done better in the economy, in health outcomes, compared to anywhere else in the rest of the world. And we would be negligent not to seize this moment, not to seize these opportunities to ensure not just the present, but also the future of this nation.
Patrick, what do you make of what the Treasurer's had to say today? Does Labor essentially agree?
Well, Scott Morrison gave up on a budget surplus the day he became Treasurer 6 years ago. Scott Morrison has never delivered a budget surplus. They have refused to outline any plan on how they plan to do the long-term fix for the nation's finances. It is quite concerning that we sort of from budget to budget to budget. It wasn't that long ago we were seeing the Liberal Party with their back in black mugs. Now we've got Josh Frydenberg sort of doing a victory lap, saying that he's fixed the economy when we still know that there's some 2 million Australians unemployed or underemployed. I don't think this government has a fiscal strategy. I don't think this government has an actual plan for the long-term financial challenges we face.
Labor has gone to the last 2 elections saying we'll be better managers of debt, so we'll get the bottom line in better state than the coalition. Do you think that's something Labor will take again to the next election, or should, Patrick Gorman?
Well, I think the evidence shows that Labor is good with managing the nation's finances when in government. I mean, I look at my friends here in Western Australia. Mark McGowan repaired Colin Barnett and Christian Porter's.
Well, we're talking about federal Labor here, though, Patrick.
Oh, no, Tom. Let him talk, because I have a response to this nonsense.
Let's talk about...
Keep digging. Keep digging.
Jason,
yeah,
Jason, tell
absolutely.
me this. What was debt when you came to office, and what is it now?
Wait, look, you say your bit and I'll say my bit.
Oh, you really wanted to speak a minute ago, but the minute you have to answer
okay, thanks. Thank you for handing it over to me. Thank you for handing it. Oh, hang on. Now you don't want to hear the answer. Now you don't want to hear the answer. Isn't this typical of like very good at asking? Okay.
I'll help you out, Jason, though. There was a debt and deficit disaster under Labor, heading towards 18% of debt, 18% of GDP debt. Now we're heading towards 50% and it's all fine.
Sorry, is that a question to me, Tom, or we just... Because Patrick still hadn't finished digging his hole.
That's a suggestion to you. You can riff on that if you'd like.
Oh, well, thank you for the opportunity. Let us just be very clear about this. The fiscal situation in Western Australia is due to the fact that Western Australia, thanks to Christian Porter, thanks to Matthias Gorman, has got billions of dollars that it didn't have from people living on the east coast of Australia. The fact of the matter is... Oh, I'm sorry. Where were we? Am I getting my chance to say something? You hadn't finished? Please, take your time. I'm happy to sit here all day and all night talking about the Labor Party and fiscal policy. Oh, yeah, well, we should.
All day and all night.
No, well, there we go. The fact of the matter is that every Australian knows that Labor loves debt, never wants to do anything about it, never can do anything about it. The only reason Mark McGowan's in surplus is because of the money that the eastern states have sent to Western Australia. One second, Tom. The Western Australian government owes the people of New South Wales tens of millions of dollars for the hotel quarantine that we have been doing for Western Australians who want to get home, and he's not interested in paying up. That's the Labor way, and it's always been the Labor way.
Budget situation with that particular bill, but Patrick, federally,
I know Labor's not interested in paying back money that they borrow from other people.
The federal Labor Party, Patrick Gorman, does it have a good recent record to tell on managing the budget?
Well, I think if you look at what Anthony Albanese's done as leader of the Labor Party, he's made it very clear
in government.
That we will take a different fiscal... In government, Labor got Australia through the global financial crisis with no help from the Liberal Party opposition. Not one bit. They voted against all of the stimulus measures that were necessary to get Australia through that crisis.
Not all of them.
And we still managed to get through it. They were so helpful for about 12 seconds. If you look at that and you contrast that with the approach that Labor's taken, in opposition, being constructive, trying to find ways to make sure that we're actually focused on the Australian people rather than just the politics of the pandemic. I think that shows that Labor has been responsible, not just in terms of looking after Australians, but also in terms of the long-term challenges we face with the nation's finance.
I just want to get on to another.
Oh, really?
Topic.
So, hang on.
that.
There is a lot to be said about that. I mean, first of all, I want to apologise on behalf of the Liberal Party that we didn't support the Greens, the Independents and Labor when they were shoveling billions of dollars out the door for pink bats, for cash for clunkers and for school halls. I'm sorry we didn't support you in those, absolute waste and mismanagement that you blokes were in charge of.
Any school halls in your electorate, Jason, that were a waste?
Well, you know what?
Good ones?
I go to a lot of prize givings every year, and there was not a single school hall on the Northern Beaches upgraded out of that $1 billion program. Now, that would be, of course, the Labor Party in New South Wales was managing that money. But there we go. We don't want to bring politics into it. I'm sorry we oppose pink bats. I'm sorry we opposed it.
Jason, just take a chill pill for 12 seconds. I'm going to fact check that. You say that no school on the Northern Beaches received any funding.
Well, sorry.
No.
Revolution
You're
School
quite
Halls
right. Program. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, in Mackellar. In Mackellar.
Wind it back.
In Mackellar.
Wind it back. In Mackellar.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
I feel like I don't have a job.
Put that on the agenda for
Patrick's
next week.
Do the fact checking. All right. Well, we'll note that. Mackellar School Halls, you've got your job,
Go
Patrick
for it.
Gorman.
Go, Patrick. I'm sure he'll tweet about it. He won't be able to help himself.
I'm sure he will as well. Look, we're just about out of time. It's been lively. It's been a bit shorter than normal. So we might have to end it there. I am getting the wrap. Jason, let me just ask you, give me this in 30 seconds. Do me a favour on that.
Yeah.
Childcare.
Yeah.
Are you going on a bit of a journey here? Is it basically going to be a very similar policy to Labor's?
Oh, well, I don't know what Labor's policy is, but look, our value has always been that we want to help. Well, no, I don't. Our value has. Well, he probably can tweet it at me, I'm sure. But our value has always been about helping working parents get making their lives easier and more affordable, and helping them get back to work as soon as possible and looking after their kids.
We'll get.
You've had 8 years, mate.
Soon.
You've had 8 years.
Patrick, you got your homework. Jason, we'll talk next week. Thank you.
Thank you.